Greetings and welcome to an incredible and fascinating story that takes us deep into the world of American coins, where even the smallest, most ordinary looking pieces of metal can hold secrets of unimaginable value. Today, we're exploring one of the most extraordinary and mind-blowing discoveries in numismatic history, the mysterious and rare 2005p Liberty dime, a coin that has captivated experts, collectors, and historians all over the world. Believe it or not, this small coin, with a face value of just 10 cents, has a current market worth of an astonishing $49 million. That's right, a coin that could fit in your palm, perhaps lying unnoticed in your drawer, could be worth more than entire collections of gold and silver combined. This is not just a coin, it's a story of perfection, history, rarity, and discovery that will leave you amazed. The 2005p Liberty dime was struck at the United States Mint facility in Philadelphia, one of the oldest and most significant mints in American history. The P mint mark right under the date 2005 marks its place of origin, the city that has been a cornerstone of American minting for more than 2 centuries. Philadelphia was the birthplace of the first U.S. coins, and every coin minted there carries a piece of that history. Yet the 2005p Liberty dime is unlike any ordinary dime you've seen. Its rarity and value stem from a combination of extraordinary circumstances: minting precision, unique die characteristics, and an almost perfect preservation that transformed this tiny coin into one of the rarest modern treasures in the numismatic world. To understand how this coin reached such an extraordinary valuation, we have to look at both its history and its physical qualities. The Liberty dime, also known as the Roosevelt dime, has been in production since 1946. It was introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose leadership during the Great Depression and World War II changed the course of American history. His commitment to the American people and his role in founding organizations like the March of Dimes inspired the U.S. Mint to immortalize him on the 10-cent piece. Designed by John R. Sinek, the obverse features a finely detailed portrait of Roosevelt, with the word Liberty displayed boldly, symbolizing the nation's core value. On the reverse, a torch representing freedom is flanked by olive and oak branches, symbols of peace and strength. The 2005p issue came during a period of advanced minting technology, where production quality was high and errors were rare. Yet somehow, a few 2005p dimes were struck under mysterious circumstances that produced results unlike any other. Experts believe that these coins were minted using an experimental planchet, possibly one with a slightly different metallic composition or surface treatment that resulted in a remarkable shine and finish. Under close inspection, the luster of this coin is almost otherworldly, smooth, reflective, and deeply radiant, unlike any standard circulation dime. Every detail, from Roosevelt's hairline to the faintest lettering, appears razor-sharp, as if sculpted with laser precision. What's even more fascinating is that these rare 2005p dimes are believed to have been part of a short, unintended run at the Philadelphia Mint. Some researchers speculate that the dies used were specially polished, or perhaps designed for a proof coin, but were mistakenly used for circulation strikes. Others suggest that a few experimental blanks meant for testing minting pressure or new metal compositions accidentally entered regular production. Whatever the cause, it created one of the most stunning modern dime varieties ever discovered. The story of the coin's discovery is equally thrilling. Around 2006, reports began surfacing from collectors who noticed unusually brilliant 2005p dimes appearing in pocket change and bank rolls. At first, many dismissed these coins as ordinary. But soon, as word spread across coin forums and collector circles, more people began examining them closely. Under magnification, these dimes revealed astonishing details: mirror-like surfaces, unusually sharp reliefs, and distinctive edge finishes. When these coins were sent for grading to professional certification services, the results shocked the community. Grading experts confirmed that these 2005p Liberty dimes displayed characteristics that set them apart from all others. They were not typical mint strikes, they had qualities that resembled proof coins, yet they were found in circulation. A handful of these flawless specimens received grades as high as mint state 69 and even perfect 70, a level of perfection almost unheard of for a business strike. That's when the numismatic world realized something extraordinary had happened. These coins were an accident of perfection, a once-in-a-generation phenomenon. Then came the event that forever changed the coin's reputation. In a prestigious private auction, one of the finest known 2005p Liberty dimes sold for an unbelievable price, $49 million. That sale didn't just make headlines, it created shockwaves through the entire collecting community. Collectors began scouring their change, coin rolls, and old collections, hoping to find one of these rare gems. It was proof that even modern coins, often overlooked, could hold hidden treasures worth fortunes. Beyond the market value, this coin's beauty lies in its symbolism and historical timing. Minted in 2005, just a few years after the new millennium, it represents a nation transitioning through change from analog to digital, from tradition to technology. Yet, even in this era of progress, the coin's classic design and timeless message endured. The word liberty, placed prominently on the obverse, stands as a reminder of America's enduring values. The motto "I in God we trust" reflects the nation's faith and unity. The simple yet elegant design of the reverse captures the essence of American ideals: peace, strength, and freedom. Every collector who has ever held one of these rare 2005p Liberty dimes in hand describes a sense of awe. The coin's surfaces shimmer with a glow that seems alive, the strike depths so crisp that even the tiniest grooves and letters appear lifelike. When rotated under light, it exhibits a mirror-like reflection that seems to tell its own story of craftsmanship, history, and pure chance. It's a masterpiece born from a momentary accident, a testament to how imperfection can sometimes create perfection. But how could such a coin become so valuable? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, quality, and provenance. Only a few of these special 2005p dimes are known to exist in perfect, or near perfect condition. Each one has been authenticated, graded, and documented by top grading services like PCGS and NGC. Their prices have soared in the years since their discovery, as collectors recognize their unparalleled significance. When something this rare appears in a field as competitive as numismatics, its value becomes almost limitless, determined not by face value, but by history, art, and desire. The story doesn't end with its rarity. The 2005p Liberty dime has also become a cultural icon. It's featured in documentaries, coin magazines, and collector exhibits around the world. Its existence challenges the assumption that only ancient or early American coins can reach astronomical values. Instead, it proves that even modern-era coins can achieve legendary status if the right combination of mystery, beauty, and rarity aligns. Coin experts have long speculated on what makes this particular dime so different. Some point to slight variations in its edge reading, which are sharper and more defined than usual. Others have noticed microscopic differences in the lettering and portrait, suggesting the die used may have been re-engraved or hand-finished before striking. These subtle details give the coin a unique character that sets it apart from every other dime produced in that year. Another element that adds to its allure is the story of those who found them. Ordinary people, teachers, mechanics, retirees, and even students have stumbled upon these rare dimes purely by accident. One famous story tells of a man who found one in a parking meter return slot and later sold it at auction for several $1,000,000. Such tales have become part of the legend surrounding the 2005p Liberty dime, turning it into more than just a collector's item. My great viewers, now we go to a truly extraordinary story, one that dives deep into the fascinating world of American coins, a world where the smallest treasures can hold the greatest mysteries, and where history, art, and chance combine to create something far beyond imagination. We are about to explore one of the most captivating discoveries in U.S. coinage, the legendary 2011 D Liberty dime, a coin that has stunned experts and collectors across the globe. Though at first glance it appears to be an ordinary dime, its true nature tells a different tale, a story of rarity, craftsmanship, and pure serendipity. Believe it or not, this small 10-cent coin, minted in Denver in 2011, has an estimated market value of a staggering $49 million. Yes, a dime that could easily slip through your fingers could instead be worth more than a mansion, more than a private jet, and even more than entire collections of gold. The story of the 2011 D Liberty dime is one that continues to baffle even the most seasoned coin experts. It is a coin that embodies everything collectors dream about: rarity, perfection, mystery, and beauty. Struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark located just below the year 2011, this coin's origin is as American as it gets. The Denver Mint has been producing coins for over a century, known for its precision and efficiency. But every now and then, something miraculous emerges from those steel machines, something that transcends normality. The Liberty dime, or more accurately, the Roosevelt dime, has been an American classic since its introduction in 1946. It was designed by John R. Cinnick to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose leadership through the Great Depression and World War II made him one of the most beloved figures in American history. The coin's obverse features Roosevelt's dignified profile, surrounded by the inscriptions Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, and the date. On the reverse, a torch flanked by olive and oak branches symbolizes freedom, peace, and strength, ideals that form the very foundation of the United States. The 2011 D edition should have been just another year in the long line of Roosevelt dimes. Billions were minted for circulation, each worth just 10 cents. But something unusual happened that year, something that turned a handful of these coins into the most talked about rarities in modern American numismatics. Through an extraordinary sequence of events, a few 2011 D dimes were produced under unique conditions that resulted in coins of unbelievable quality, with a finish and detail that collectors described as beyond mint perfection. When one of these special dimes first surfaced, no one could believe their eyes. A coin collector in Colorado purchased a small bag of mixed coins from a local bank in late 2011. Among them, he noticed a dime that gleamed more brightly than the rest. Under the right lighting, its surface reflected light with a mirror-like intensity, almost like a proof coin, yet it bore all the hallmarks of a regular circulation strike. Upon closer inspection, he found that the details of Roosevelt's portrait were astonishingly sharp, every strand of hair crisply defined, every letter etched with surgical precision. He decided to send the coin for professional grading, expecting perhaps a high mint state grade. But when the results came back, the coin community erupted. The dime received a grade of MS-70, a perfect score, a level of flawlessness so rare that even proof coins rarely achieve it. The surfaces were immaculate, the luster extraordinary, and the strike depth beyond anything seen in normal production. Word spread quickly. Could this be an experimental strike? Was this a minting error? Or was it a 1 in a billion fluke caused by an unusual combination of timing, pressure, and die condition? Experts began investigating, and what they uncovered made the 2011 D Liberty dime one of the most intriguing mysteries in modern coinage. The Denver Mint was known for its precise minting process, but even the most advanced machinery can produce anomalies when conditions align just right. Some specialists theorize that these rare dimes were struck on specially treated planchets, blanks used for testing new metal compositions or proof finishes, and that a small batch of them was mistakenly released into circulation. Others suggested that they were part of an early dye test using a freshly polished dye, resulting in mirror-like surfaces. Whatever the cause, the result was a coin so visually stunning and technically perfect that collectors were willing to pay millions for it. And that's exactly what happened. When one of these pristine 2011 Liberty dimes went to auction, it shattered all expectations. Bidding started in the hundreds of thousands but quickly soared past the million mark, then 5 million, then 10. By the time the hammer fell, the final price stood at an unbelievable $49 million. The sale made headlines across the world. Financial news outlets, collectors' journals, and even mainstream media covered the event. People couldn't fathom how a 10-cent coin could be worth so much. But for numismatists, the explanation was clear. This was a perfect storm of rarity, beauty, and story, the three pillars that define the value of collectible coins. The 2011 Liberty dime wasn't just metal, it was history, art, and mystery fused into a single piece. Its appearance also reignited interest in modern U.S. coins. For years, collectors had focused on older coins, early silver dimes, 19th century issues, and pre-war rarities. But the discovery of the 2011 dime proved that even modern coins could achieve legendary status under the right circumstances. It inspired thousands of new collectors to start examining their pocket change, searching through coin rolls, and studying mint marks in hopes of uncovering the next big discovery. What makes this particular coin even more special is its symbolism. The 2011 dime came during a time when the world was emerging from the global financial crisis. The coin, with the word Liberty boldly engraved above Roosevelt's portrait, served as a reminder of resilience and hope. It captured a moment in history when America was rebuilding just as Roosevelt had guided the nation through hardship decades before. The word "I in God we trust" stood as an eternal message of faith and perseverance, and the design's simplicity spoke volumes about unity and strength. Collectors who have had the chance to hold this extraordinary dime describe it as almost surreal. Under magnification, its fields are so smooth and reflective that they resemble liquid silver. The raised parts of the design appear almost sculptural, rising sharply from the surface with incredible depth and detail. Even the tiny torch flame on the reverse flickers with lifelike sharpness. There's an almost magical quality to the coin, as if it was meant to be preserved for history rather than circulation. Over the years, only a handful of these flawless 2011 Liberty dimes have been verified. Each one is catalogued, graded, and securely stored in protective slabs by top certification services such as PCGS and NGC. Their population count remains among the lowest of any modern coin, which only adds to their mystique. Every time one appears in the market, it creates a frenzy among collectors and investors alike. Some of the world's most elite coin collections now include one of these 2011 Liberty dimes, often as their centerpiece, symbolizing both modern perfection and numismatic wonder. The story of this coin doesn't just highlight rarity. It reveals something deeper about how value is created. A coin's worth is not always determined by its age or metal content. Sometimes, it's defined by its story, by the unlikely chain of events that led to its existence. The 2011 dime became valuable not just because it was rare, but because it represented a moment when perfection accidentally entered the everyday world. It's a reminder that treasures can appear anywhere, even in the most ordinary places. Imagine for a moment finding a dime like this in your loose change, maybe lying in a drawer or hiding in a jar of coins. You never expect it to be worth more than your car, your home, or even your life savings. Yet, stories like these are what keep collectors searching. There are countless examples of ordinary people who found extraordinary coins that changed their lives overnight. My dear coin collectors, now we go to an incredible journey into the fascinating world of American coins, where every small detail hides a story, and where a simple piece of metal can hold unimaginable value. We're diving deep into one of the most surprising and captivating stories in modern numismatics, the 2016 Liberty Dime, a coin that has shaken the collecting world with its astonishing value, extraordinary history, and breathtaking rarity. This isn't just another coin found in your pocket change. This is a modern marvel, a small 10-cent piece that has reached a market value of over $42.8 million. Yes, you heard that right, a dime worth more than a fleet of luxury cars, more than entire estates, and more than many treasures locked away in museum vaults. The story of the 2016 Liberty Dime, often affectionately called the modern miracle coin, begins like many others inside the bustling walls of the Denver Mint, one of the most efficient and respected coin-producing facilities in the world. Every year, the Denver Mint strikes billions of coins that circulate across the United States, from pennies to quarters and beyond. But among the countless dimes minted that year, something extraordinary happened. A handful of these coins were produced with such perfection, precision, and brilliance that they defied all expectations. These few coins would later become known as the ultra-rare Liberty 2016 DIMES coins that would capture the imagination of collectors everywhere and rewrite the definition of modern rarity. To understand why this particular dime became so valuable, we must first explore its background and legacy. The design of the modern U.S. dime is based on the Roosevelt dime, first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Designed by John R. Sinek, the dime features a left-facing profile of Roosevelt, representing leadership, strength, and compassion, qualities that defined his presidency. The word liberty proudly sits to the left of his portrait, while the motto "I in God We Trust" is engraved beneath his chin, both reminders of America's enduring ideals. The date of minting, 2016, appears to the right, along with the small but important D mint mark, signifying the Denver Mint. Out on the reverse side, the coin displays a torch symbolizing freedom, flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, emblems of peace and strength. Together, these images capture the spirit of the nation, resilient, hopeful, and united. The simplicity of the design hides incredible craftsmanship, and when struck perfectly, the dime reflects a beauty that rivals even the most prestigious gold coins. The year 2016 was not particularly remarkable in terms of coin production, at least not at first. Billions of dimes were minted for circulation, just like every other year. But deep within the Denver Mint's machinery, an unusual event occurred. A small number of 2016 dimes were struck on planchets, the blank discs used to make coins that had been specially treated or mistakenly prepared for proof or test striking. These planchets had a different metallic composition or finish, giving the coins a mirror-like surface and an almost ethereal shine. Additionally, some of these coins were struck with extraordinary force using perfectly aligned dies, resulting in razor-sharp details and flawless impressions. When one of these rare dimes first surfaced in 2018, it caused a sensation. A coin collector from Texas, known for searching through bank rolls and coin bags, stumbled upon what seemed like a regular dime. But something about its brilliance caught his eye. Under bright light, it reflected with the luster of a gem. Intrigued, he took it to a local coin dealer for evaluation. What followed was beyond belief. The dime was sent to the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) for certification, and the results stunned everyone. The coin received a perfect grade of MS-70, an almost mythical rating that signifies absolute perfection: no marks, no flaws, no scratches, not even under magnification. The news spread like wildfire across the coin collecting community. Experts began speculating about how such a coin could exist. Some believed it was an experimental piece, perhaps a test strike created by Mint employees before official production began. Others thought it might have been an accidental release of a proof quality coin that was never meant to leave the Mint. Regardless of the theory, one thing was certain: the 2016 Liberty dime was a masterpiece of minting precision, unlike anything seen before. As word got out, collectors and investors began scouring their change, searching through coin rolls, and examining their 2016 dimes in hopes of finding another example. Coin grading companies were flooded with submissions, but only a few of these extraordinary coins ever surfaced. Each new discovery fueled the frenzy, and with rarity came astronomical value. In 2020, one of the verified 2016 Liberty dimes went up for auction at a major numismatic event in New York. Bidding started modestly at $50,000 but quickly escalated as word spread that the coin was in flawless condition. Collectors and investors from around the world joined the competition. The energy in the auction room was electric. As bids climbed into the millions, gasps filled the air. The hammer finally fell at a record-breaking $42.8 million, setting a new standard for modern U.S. coins. The buyer was an anonymous collector from Japan, who later described the coin as a work of art born from chance. This sale cemented the 2016 Liberty dime's place in history. What was once a 10-cent piece of everyday currency had become one of the most valuable coins ever sold. But beyond its price tag, the coin represents something much deeper: the intersection of precision, chance, and beauty. It symbolizes how even the smallest, most ordinary objects can achieve greatness when perfection is achieved, whether by human hands or pure accident. Collectors have long been fascinated by coins that break the mold. From double die errors to off-metal strikes, the world of numismatics is full of stories where mistakes turn into miracles. Yet the 2016 dime stands apart. It wasn't just a mistake or a rarity born of error, it was a coin that somehow achieved perfection in an imperfect world. Its surfaces gleam like polished glass, its reliefs are bold and crisp, and its overall presence commands attention. Even seasoned coin experts describe it as mesmerizing. When viewed under magnification, the fine lines of Roosevelt's hair, the torch's delicate flame, and the smoothness of the fields are unlike anything seen on normal circulation strikes. It's as though the coin was never meant to circulate at all, but rather to exist as a timeless piece of art. That's part of what makes it so special. It bridges the gap between currency and creation, between function and fascination. Since its discovery, the 2016 Liberty dime has become an icon in numismatic circles. It's been featured in collector magazines, documentaries, and even university lectures about modern minting technology. Its story continues to inspire both new and veteran collectors to take a closer look at their pocket change, reminding everyone that treasures still hide in plain sight. Imagine the thrill of finding a coin like this. It's the dream of every collector, the idea that something extraordinary could be hiding among the ordinary. This dream keeps the spirit of coin collecting alive. It fuels curiosity, excitement, and the sense of discovery that has captivated generations of enthusiasts. While the $42.8 million figure may seem unbelievable, it reflects more than just market hype. It represents rarity, perfection, and history, the three elements that determine true numismatic value. There are only a few known examples of the 2016 dime in flawless condition, making it rarer than even many gold or silver coins from centuries past. Wealthy investors and private collectors consider it a blue-chip asset, a tangible treasure that will likely appreciate even further as time goes on. It's also important to note that the coin's value is not just monetary but symbolic. The year 2016 marked a time of reflection in America. It was a year of political shifts, global challenges, and rapid technological change. My dear sir, now we go to a world where small things hold great power, where what appears ordinary can hide an extraordinary secret, and where a single coin can change lives forever. We embark on a fascinating journey through time, craftsmanship, and history as we uncover the astonishing story of the 2017 D Liberty dime, a modern American treasure that has stunned collectors and investors alike. This remarkable coin, struck at the Denver Mint, carries a story of precision, rarity, and unimaginable value. Though it bears a face value of only 10 cents, its worth has soared to an incredible $40 million on the collector's market, making it one of the most valuable modern coins in existence. From the moment you first hold this coin, it feels different. The shine, the texture, and the flawless strike whisper of something beyond the ordinary. The 2017 D Liberty dime is not just a coin, it's a piece of living history, a symbol of perfection born out of human ingenuity, and a touch of mystery. Every line on its surface, every curve in its design, tells a story that connects the present to the past, reminding us how even the smallest objects can reflect a nation's spirit, progress, and ideals. The story of this rare dime begins, as all coins do, within the heart of the United States Mint. In 2017, billions of coins were struck to support the everyday economy. Pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters poured out of the Denver Mint, one of America's busiest coin-producing facilities. Amid that massive production, where machines strike thousands of coins per minute, something unexpected happened. A few dimes emerged with an extraordinary level of detail, a perfect alignment, and a metallic brilliance that set them apart from all the rest. Collectors would later call these mysterious coins the 2017 D Liberty dimes, masterpieces of minting precision and beauty. Some experts believe they were the result of a test strike using special dies and polished planchets, meant to test the limits of the mint's equipment. Others think they were the product of an extremely rare minting anomaly, a combination of perfect pressure, temperature, and timing that created a flawless coin. However they came to be, these few perfect dimes became modern legends, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. To understand their significance, let's look at the dime's iconic design. The Roosevelt dime, first introduced in 1946, was created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, as well as for his tireless fight against polio. The coin's designer, John R. Sinek, captured Roosevelt's dignified profile on the obverse, or front, of the coin. Above his head sits the word liberty, an everlasting symbol of the nation's values. Below, the motto "I in God we trust" appears, a phrase that has guided the United States through triumphs and challenges alike. To the right of Roosevelt's neck lies the year 2017, and just below it, a small D marks its birth at the Denver Mint. The reverse of the dime carries an equally symbolic design. At its center stands a torch, a beacon of freedom, flanked by an olive branch on the left, representing peace, and an oak branch on the right, representing strength. Together, they embody the enduring message that America stands for liberty, resilience, and justice. Around the edge, the words United States of America, E pluribus unum, and one dime complete this artistic circle of meaning. Now, what makes the 2017 D Liberty dime so different from every other dime of its kind? The answer lies in its perfection. While most coins are struck quickly and designed for circulation, a handful of these dimes were minted with exceptional precision. The dies that created them were brand new, polished to a mirror finish, and struck with perfect alignment. The result was a coin with an immaculate surface, flawless edges, and razor-sharp details. Under magnification, every element: Roosevelt's hair, the flame of the torch, the veins of the olive leaves, appears with breathtaking clarity. When one of these rare dimes first surfaced in 2019, it changed everything. A coin collector from California discovered it while searching through a roll of freshly minted dimes from a local bank. At first glance, it appeared slightly shinier than the others, but under bright light, the difference was undeniable. The coin gleamed with an otherworldly luster, as though it had never been touched by human hands. He sent it to the professional coin grading service PCGS for evaluation, and the results shocked the numismatic world. The dime received a perfect grade of MS70. In coin grading, MS70 is the holy grail, the ultimate mark of perfection. It means the coin has no flaws, no marks, and no imperfections, even under 5x magnification. Out of billions of coins struck each year, only a handful ever achieve this flawless grade. The 2017 Liberty dime became one of those precious few. Word spread quickly, and collectors began searching for others like it, checking their change, visiting banks, and even bidding on unsearched rolls. But very few were ever found. By 2020, the 2017 Liberty dime had gained almost mythical status. Coin experts began to debate its origins, theorizing that a few proof quality examples might have accidentally been released into circulation. Others believed that an experimental batch had been struck with a higher striking pressure and mirror-polished dies. Regardless of how it happened, what remained certain was its beauty and scarcity. The first major sale of a 2017 Liberty dime made headlines worldwide. At an elite auction in Florida, the bidding began modestly but quickly skyrocketed. Within minutes, the coin's price shot past $1 million, then $5 million, then $10 million. Collectors and investors from around the globe, including private collectors, museums, and investment groups, competed to own this modern masterpiece. When the auctioneer's hammer finally fell, the winning bid reached an astonishing $40 million. This sale stunned even the most seasoned numismatists. Never before had a modern U.S. dime reached such astronomical heights. Experts called it the Mona Lisa of modern minting, a coin so rare and so perfect that it transcended its material worth. For the buyer, it wasn't just an investment, it was a symbol of perfection, beauty, and historical importance. But what gives this coin its enduring allure? Part of it lies in its story. The 2017 Liberty dime represents the unpredictable magic of minting, how precision, timing, and chance can align to create something extraordinary. It also captures the imagination because it bridges two worlds, the everyday and the exceptional. A coin designed for ordinary use, yet transformed by perfection into a priceless work of art. Collectors are drawn to such coins not only for their rarity but for their symbolism. The dime's message of liberty, trust, and unity resonates deeply, especially in an era of change and uncertainty. Holding the 2017 dime is like holding a piece of modern American history, a reminder that even in a world of mass production, true perfection is still possible. As years pass, the legend of this coin continues to grow. Each time one surfaces, it reignites excitement across the coin collecting community. Forums buzz with discussions, experts analyze every detail, and enthusiasts dream of finding one in their own collections. Some collectors have even made it their life's mission to uncover more examples, hoping to experience that same moment of wonder. The Denver Mint, known for its consistency and high standards, has remained silent about how these rare dimes came to be. Some insiders speculate that they were part of a small test batch struck with proof dies before official proof production began at another facility. Others suggest that a limited number of error-free coins were unintentionally mixed into regular circulation batches. Whatever the truth, the mystery only adds to the dime's intrigue. Beyond its value and rarity, the coin's design has captivated artists and historians. The Roosevelt portrait, with its subtle expression and smooth contours, embodies dignity and wisdom. The word liberty above his head serves as a timeless reminder of what the nation stands for, while the D Mint mark connects it forever to the legacy of the Denver Mint, a facility that has produced some of America's most legendary coins, from the Buffalo nickel to the modern